Today you guys are in for a story. I had to pull out the big guns. I'm not over exaggerating when I say this was harder for me than 31-4. Some of the strategies here I've never seen used, and I'm not the type of guy to usually use macros or get stuck for weeks, but this stage was different. In this video I'll explain why I say that and what makes this stage as evil as it is. This isn't a min power replay or a budget set I'm proud of, but rather some of the most unique strategies I've seen used. There's two things that make this stage so difficult. First, let's take a look at the backlines. Out of a total 15 backline heroes, only 3 Chimeras and a Feral do not engage with your backline. This is a huge game changer for many campaign meta heroes including Khazard, Sophia, Nara, Athalia and many others, but a special mention goes to Gwyneth. This is the worst Gwyneth set I've seen to date, and she's very hard to use here, which is so untypical. I've tried different supports, I've tried putting her in the front line, relying on flinches, I've even tried Kelthering the Kelthers, I've tried everything guys. With most sets, I've gotten nothing. I've ran haste and blue stacks on my computer to analyze the win rate. If you guys want to play AFKArena on PC, check my link to support the channel below. I haven't managed to come up with a single Gwyneth set that wins anything over 5% of the time. Now 5% isn't something you can rely on at this stage of the game. Get 5% for 5 sets, you're in for one over 3 million replays. This is another reason I avoided using offensive Thorin, albeit he's used many times in the endgame. I wanted the good, clean solution. So without further ado, here's what I got. Set 1, don't be fooled by Gwyneth. Verk is the protagonist of this story, I mean it. With so many invaders, Verk's traps are incredibly prominent. He stuns Athalia and Kelther as they invade, poisons and goes to town. Gwyn is a side carry here. With the whole team supporting her, she's able to stun lock and take down Chimera 1 for 1. Now did you notice that one thing that's really beautiful about this set is the Rosa positioning. I wanted to walk to the Arthur so he has 2 rallied allies behind him after the Kelther invade, but I also want her to handle the Athalia. I used my own Athalia in opposition to let Rosa take the enemy Athalia head on while having a shorter walk towards the rally zone. Crucial for Arthur to be as good as he is in this set. Set 2 is gonna be Daemon. The enemy is big, aggressive and healing. We do Graveborn against these vicious sets. Note how very defensive is this front line with 2 heroes that resist death while Nara plays haste game with the enemy Nara. Special mention goes to Brutus for taking as much damage as he did and debuffing enemies with his roar, making low power set very consistent here. Now for set 3, you're in for a treat. This whole set is a huge Zolrath trap. Sometimes Source goes to town and the enemy Tassie survives long enough, but most of the time you're in for deja vu. Now after the deja vu's trigger and both Zolrath die last, both Zolraths have their passives completely stacked, they're killing machines. This set then becomes a trap for the enemy Zolrath. Our faster Tassie banishes him as Khazard freezes him and our Zolrath vanishes to damage the top side. Twins give their unity buff to our Zolrath on the front line, making him stronger, while this pretty consistently maintains control long enough for our Zolrath to come on top and dominate. Set 4 is gonna be Aaron. This took me longer than come up with than it should have, but this is the best Aaron Skriath pull value against this team. Tidus fears enemies in, otherwise pretty standard and pretty consistent. I wouldn't know what I'd do if Aaron wasn't good against these sets like Gwyneth is. Set 5 is the modified God comp, and this is another one of those that has more than meets the eye. Chimera destroys most anything she hits, and it took me a painful replay to learn that she hits the Kelthor target. This means unlike the usual, I want to lean in the backline. Not losing faith in Mahira here is also key. That's because she would occasionally be turned around, but eventually she justified herself completely in this replay. Hope you guys liked it. Subscribe if you like these videos, and I've been Linker. See you!